What would you do if you knew nobody was coming to save you? Not in an hour, not tomorrow, not ever. Imagine being trapped, completely alone, no phone signal, no way out, no rescue team, no hope, and every passing hour brings you closer to death. Most people think they know what they would do, but until you're facing death, you don't. This is the true story of Aron Ralston, a man who faced an impossible choice and somehow survived. It was a beautiful day in April 2003. Aron loved adventure. The more remote the place, the more he wanted to explore it. That morning he headed into Blue John Canyon in Utah, a place filled with narrow passages, towering rocks, and breathtaking views. He was excited, confident, free. But he made one small mistake, a mistake millions of people make every day. He didn't tell anyone exactly where he was going. At the time, it didn't seem important. A few hours later, it became the difference between life and death. As Aron moved through a narrow section of the canyon, something happened. A giant boulder suddenly shifted. Before he could react, the rock crashed down. His right arm was pinned against the canyon wall. The impact was instant. Pain exploded through his body. He pulled, nothing. He pushed, nothing. He screamed, nothing. The rock wouldn't move, and neither could he. At first he stayed calm. Someone would find him, surely. But hours passed, then darkness arrived. The canyon became silent, cold, empty, and terrifying. The next morning, he tried everything, using climbing gear, using ropes, using tools. Nothing worked. The rock weighed hundreds of kilograms. It wasn't moving. Day 2 passed, then day 3. His food was nearly gone. His water was disappearing. His body was becoming weaker. But the hardest part wasn't the hunger. It wasn't the thirst. It was the loneliness. Imagine sitting in silence for days. No voices, no footsteps, no signs of life. Just your own thoughts, hour after hour, day after day. By the 4th day, something changed. Aron finally understood the truth. Nobody knew where he was. Nobody was searching for him. Nobody was coming. That realization hit harder than the rock itself. For the first time, he seriously believed he was going to die. So he did something heartbreaking. He began recording goodbye messages. Messages for his family. Messages for his friends. Messages he never expected them to hear. He looked into the camera and said goodbye. Imagine that moment. Knowing these could be your final words. Knowing the people you love may only see you through a recording. Most people would have given up. Many probably would. But Aron kept thinking. There had to be a way. Even if that way seemed impossible, then, after 127 hours trapped beneath the boulder, an idea entered his mind. A terrible idea, a horrifying idea, but also the only idea that offered survival. He realized something. If he stayed where he was, he would die. There was no doubt about it. But if he could somehow free himself, there was still a chance, just a chance. The decision he faced was almost unimaginable. For hours he wrestled with it. Fear, pain, doubt, hope. Everything collided at once. Finally, he made his choice. The choice that would make headlines around the world. The choice that saved his life with incredible courage. Aron freed himself. The pain was beyond anything most people can imagine, but he wasn't finished, not even close. Now he had to escape, alone, weak, exhausted, dehydrated, bleeding. Yet he kept moving, step after painful step, driven by one simple goal: stay alive. Eventually he reached other hikers. Help was called, rescuers arrived, and against all odds, Aron Ralston survived. Today, people remember the shocking decision he made, But that's not the most important lesson. The real lesson is what happened before it, the days of fear, the loneliness, the uncertainty. The moment he realized nobody was coming, because courage isn't about feeling fearless. Courage is what happens when you're terrified, and you keep moving anyway. And after 127 hours trapped beneath a rock, one ordinary man showed the world exactly what that looks like. So ask yourself this: if you were trapped and nobody was coming,